right, folks, I'm Jeffrey George Parrott, and today I've got one of my buddies with me that we're going to go out and do some fishing. This is Colonel Logan Hickman from right here in Campbell County, Tennessee. And Logan's just recently retired, and I'm trying to be a pro at this. I've been retired, Logan, I guess, for two and a half years. So, of course, you've been retired twice. You were in the United States Army as a colonel, and you were there for how many years?
22 years, yeah. Retired as a lieutenant colonel.
Lieutenant colonel, all right. And of course, I was worked for the government. I guess you could call my service as a citizen. I worked in the nuclear weapons program for 30 years and retired from there. So today is one of these days that in the middle of the week that you and I can get out and do a little fishing. What do you think, Logan, being retired? You know,
yeah, the weather's great and no one on the lake, and it's just ours. So.
It is. I mean, we've got this whole section right here. There's a couple of people that are launched there, and we're going to be launching here at the it's a Davis Creek area up here in Norris Lake. Beautiful day here in January. Not too cold. Not too cold. Not anybody here. It looks like everybody's at work, Logan. What do you think? There's not many people out here today.
Yeah, the American economy is live and well, and people are making it go.
And anyway, we're going to try a couple of different methods. My brother Paul and I, we come up here and we fish this section a few weeks ago, done quite well. We're going to crank with some artificial crankbaits, but also we're going to try to catch some of those big smallmouth with some live bait, which I generally don't use unless I'm crappie fishing or something like that. But we're going to try to get some of those. But Logan, let's get started. And what do you think? Let's make fishing on Norris Lake great again. What do you think, Logan?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, Logan and I are going to head out. We're going to go down and try some live bait on some of these cliffs there where the water's really clear. It's just below the Powell Valley Marina up in the Davis Creek section of Norris Lake. So we're going to buzz down there and give it a try and see what happens. All right, Logan and I fished this little section here. We were probably down here for about an hour on this, some high walls, some deep water, real clear water. We had great bait, but we just couldn't get a bite. I don't know if it was just calm or the fish are wanting some fast-moving crankbaits. I don't know. So we kind of give up on that. I know we had some great bait. I'd purchased some of those from a friend of mine who guaranteed we would catch some fish, but we just didn't have any luck down here. So we're going to pull out and move on and head back up to Davis Creek and see what we can do about doing some crankbaits. All right, before we leave this little area here, I wanted to try some crankbaits down here, and I'm glad I did because I hooked into a pretty good little largemouth right here, laying right up on the bank. Obviously, they're wanting some fast-moving crankbaits, so this one here was a pretty good little fish and pretty good fighter. And appreciate Logan netting this one here. I kind of barely had him hooked. Coming up to you. Largemouth. All right, the crankbait bite is on. Water temperature is about 47 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's looking pretty good out there. This turned out to be a pretty good little fish. All right, folks, this is a surprise fish right here. Unfortunately, I didn't have the camera rolling. We moved back up into Davis Creek, and I have just landed a 22-inch walleye and got it on a crankbait. And it put up a fight. Tell you what, that's something else. You never know sometimes what you're going to catch on Norris. And it worked out pretty good. We didn't have a live well here, so we let this fish go back. It was full of eggs, 22 inches, maybe 22 and a half. After catching that walleye, Logan and I were so excited we forgot to turn the camera on record. But anyway, we missed filming another catch right here. This is a nice little bass that we picked up just right after the walleye. This little channel is just full of Kentucky spotted. We pick up a few little ones right here. They're little fighters, fun to catch, and we enjoy getting these as well. Like I said earlier, these bass are really on the fast-moving crankbaits this time of year. It's a good time to be on Norris Lake.
Yeah, I believe it is.
You can have a lot of fun catching these fish. All right, I'm going to take a little lunch break here and let Logan take the helm. I'm kind of tired, and I'm going to sit down and have a little snack. Anyway, we're fishing out of a 1448 Tracker Grizzly boat, aluminum, all welded hull. Nice boat. Nice boat. It's a good boat to fish out of. It's economical. It's powered by a 4-stroke 25 electric start Yamaha, and it does a real good job for both crappie fishing, trolling, and we do a little bass fishing, obviously, out of this boat. So very enjoyable, and you don't really have to go out there and be in a big, huge bass boat, an expensive bass boat, and just to have fun like we do. Logan's my former banker, and he knows I can afford one, but this is all I need right now in my retirement age, and I love every minute of it. All right, we are continuing up this channel, and the fish are all over the graph, and we are continuing to catch these little Kentucky spotted bass. They're just filling up the graph. Fish finder just almost all over the screen. They must be migrating up through here in this channel. But anyway, they're not very big, but they're lots of fun to catch. And we're also picking up a few largemouth as well. So they seem to be hitting the banded 200 series Olat Mate color and the 200 series banded chartreuse and white. Seems like those were the ones that we've been using here in the past few weeks. They've been working out real well for us.
That's a largemouth. See how slick that. See how put your finger. See how slick that is. That's a largemouth.
All right, we're going to wrap this day up and get this little boat on the trailer. It's a little cool today. The ambient air temperature is somewhere around 42, 45 degrees Fahrenheit, and again the water temperature was 47. I use a Chevy Silverado for the tow vehicle. Does a great job with this little boat. All right, that's the end of our fishing trip for the day. A couple good old retirees here. Colonel Logan Hickman. I'm Jeffrey George Parrott. Logan, what do you think? Did you have a good time today? We
had a great time. It's hard to believe it's almost 2 o'clock. Seemed like it's still 10 o'clock in the morning. Time went by so fast.
Yeah, it's 2:30. Caught a few fish. How about that walleye we got on there? Man,
you did. You caught a surprise fish. Kind of surprised all of us, and you probably can tell them a little about how long was that fish?
It was 22 inches, according to the measure stick I got in the boat. That's pretty good size walleye.
Oh, you keep anything that you can keep is big.
Yeah, that was a good one. I'd like to have me 4 or 5 of those. I don't know what we've done with it. We don't have a live well, but we let it go. We'll go back and get it another day. But anyway, we're just enjoying our retirement life, and I know Logan's just now getting into some of his. He's worked forever, and I'm kind of into mine 2.5 years. So Logan, we'll say goodbye for now, and we'll come out here and get them the next time when it warms up a little bit and the bite's back on. What do you think?
I think so, Jeff.
All right.
Good day.
Good day. Everybody, thank you for watching the video. We'll see you next time out on the water.